Just want to make sure the audio is working A-OK before we get started. All right, let's see. And it sounds just fine. Morning, Rosie. Morning, Max. I hope everyone's having a wonderful start to their day. And it's Wednesday, so we're halfway there. If you're sneezing, it might be the mold. It is moderate to near 590 on today's count. As we get today started, let's make sure this is on and working A-OK, and this computer is working A-OK. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment down below. If you have any questions about weather in Houston or in Dallas, if you're traveling later on this week, it is almost summertime, so a lot of folks are likely getting out and their summer plans started. It is going to be hot for the next several days, and today and tomorrow there is a chance of rain, primarily in the late afternoon hours between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., kind of like how it's been every single day this past week, so get ready for that. Molds are again moderate on today's count. Let's make sure that works. All right, outside right now looks nice and mostly cloudy, but as the heating of the day gets going, we climb into the upper 80s. A lot of this cloud cover will start to disperse a little bit more, and we'll see a lot of sunshine with, again, highs near 90 later on today. Before we get to the forecast and any of the comments or questions, as Max just alluded to, smoke in the States. And you'll see a pretty large smoke layer, right? Anywhere northeast of Texas, it is widespread. Between Arkansas, the Ohio River Valley, the Midwest, and towards the northeast is where there is a ton of smoke. Primarily driven by the wildfires across Canada. And with the upper level winds and even surface winds as well, the Canadian wildfires, they transport smoke from the north to south because of the wind field and the weather pattern that's in place right now across the Midwest and the Northeast. So basically, bottom line, if you are traveling anywhere in this part of the country, from the Southeast, from Arkansas to Ohio, from Minnesota towards Pennsylvania, the Carolinas, the Northeast, that's where it's very hazardous when it's coming to air quality. There are a lot of air quality notices and watches that are in effect for this part of the country. So if you are in this part of the country, if you have any friends or family, tell them to limit time outdoors. If they're sensitive to the air quality, if they suffer from any labored breathing, right? COPD, emphysema, if they have asthma. This part of the country is just very difficult and hazardous air quality because of the wildfires that are burning across Canada at this point in time. And it's not going to go anywhere. These wildfires are going to continue at least for the next 48 hours and continue to transport smoke from north to south. So that's what we're looking at between now and tomorrow night, and likely into Friday, anywhere from the Midwest to the Northeast will be the focal point for dangerous air quality for the eastern half of the U.S. Satellite and radar, a little active across Kentucky and Tennessee. Some showers moving through. In addition to that, from Iowa to Missouri to parts of northeastern Arkansas, but here in Texas it is quiet. From Amarillo to Corpus Christi to the Valley to Houston to El Paso, we are all generally dry and just sunny and partly cloudy. Now, with that being said, as we progress through the afternoon today and even tomorrow, we are going to see a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms redevelop. We're in this pattern where it's quiet in the morning, quiet for the first half of the day, and it's sunny. And but as the heating of the day gets going, that's when it helps produce summertime thunderstorms. Summer hasn't started yet, but as we get through the afternoon, that's going to help generate a few showers later on today. We'll show you future cast in just a moment. Current temperatures across the metro, we are currently at 81 at Hondo, same thing at the airport in San Antonio, 80 at Lavernia, we have 78 in Bandera and 77 at Bernie and 80 at Seguin. Good morning to everyone in Seguin and everywhere across on this Wednesday morning. Across the board, we can see that we are at 86 at Carrizo Springs, 85 at George West, and we have upper 70s from Rock Springs, Bernie to Kerrville. All of us going to see a nice warm up later on today. Now, it's not going to be above average. It's not going to be extremely hot yet. We have heat coming back in this weekend. In the meantime, average is 92. We'll be at 89 later on this afternoon under partly cloudy skies. But once again, to reiterate, between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., there will be isolated showers and a few scattered thunderstorms that form during the heating of the day. So the rain chance, it's not zero, but it's running at 20 to 40% during the heating of the day this afternoon. So here's how it kind of plays out, right? So clear now, partly cloudy, sunny, highs in the 80s this afternoon. 4 p.m. rolls around, isolated thunderstorms develop between Bandera, Camp Wood, Kerrville, the Hill Country towards I-35 and near Bernie. That's later on today, 3, 4, 5 p.m. Those start to move south. However, a lot of them rain out. They don't last very long. But with that being said, there will still be a small chance in San Antonio that some of these isolated showers move into the region, just like the last couple of days, where it was not everywhere, but rain does move in small quantities and kind of a scattered coverage. Tomorrow morning, it's quiet, it's sunny, highs will be in the 90s tomorrow, and some models depict tomorrow afternoon between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. another round of showers and even storms moving in from the north, moving in from the hill country. So we're not done with rain just yet, but notice temperatures are really going to climb into the lower to middle 90s, and the rainfall forecast on average between 1/100th to maybe 1/4 of an inch between now and next week. But it's likely between now and Thursday. Tomorrow is our best chance at rain in the 7-day forecast, because after Friday, it really dramatically drops off and the heat takes over. High pressure starts to take the upper hand. As a matter of fact, before we get to the questions, if anyone has questions, let me see. Larry, air quality alert where I live in South Carolina. Hot outside and poor air quality. Bad mix. Yeah, Larry. I don't envy because between the Carolinas, the Midwest, the Northeast, we talked about this earlier, just hazardous air quality. Smoke from the wildfires up north are just moving into the Carolinas. They're moving into the Great Lakes and even to the Northeast, where it's just poor air quality all around for the eastern half of the U.S. Not so much here in Texas, where we're doing this forecast from, but anywhere from the Carolinas to the Southeast to the Midwest to the Northeast. It's all of the eastern half of the U.S. that's seeing very bad air quality. All right, back here at home in Texas and San Antonio, we are seeing this ridge of high pressure really build in this weekend, and more importantly, next week as well. That is going to shut down rain chances and just raise the thermometer. It's going to really crank up the heat. 96 on Saturday, heat index likely near 100. And then as we progress into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it actually gets hotter. 97 to 98 to 99 in San Antonio if you're west of the city, southwest of San Antonio, likely in the lower 100s next week, and even as early as this weekend as well. But when you factor in the humidity, especially in San Antonio and around the region, that's the feels like temperature. So air temperatures will be around 97 to 98, but the heat index, the feels like temperature, that'll be around the 100 to 106 range, which may prompt a heat advisory for the area as we progress into the middle of June. Maybe a stray shower Saturday night and Sunday morning. Otherwise, it's really going to be the heat and the sunshine that takes over. So if you have any plans to go to the beach, right, or to the pool this weekend, or if you don't have plans to go to the beach or pool or a way to cool off, make plans, because it is going to be a perfect weekend to do that, and even most of next week as well, as temperatures really climb to near 100 degrees. Probably the hottest we've been so far this year. It's been pretty mild and temperature-wise in the spring. seasonal, but summer starts, I believe, on June 21st. That is the first day of summer. So we're actually still in spring, guys, but it's going to feel a lot like summer this weekend and next week as well, so get ready for that. It's going to be really hot in the coming days. Get some sunscreen, hats, sunglasses, and water. John, you're not lying. You have the correct solution. Yes, make sure you have plenty of sunscreen. You drink plenty of water. You stay hydrated. You know, with this kind of heat this weekend, and even next week as well, it doesn't take much to produce heat exhaustion, heat stroke. An hour, 2 hours without any water, it can be a problem, especially with that kind of heat. 97, 98 degrees. That's extremely hot, especially when we're not used to it. We haven't seen this kind of heat in a while. It's probably not until last summer, not since the last summer. Let me think. What else? Yeah, so sunscreen, drink plenty of water. More importantly, also sunscreen, yeah. The UV index this weekend and next week as well, with sunny skies and highs in the upper 90s, the UV index will probably be very high, so it takes 15 to 30 minutes for your skin to burn without any protection, without any sunscreen. So please, if you're spending any time outdoors this weekend and next week, have sunscreen, have water. You're definitely going to need it as the heat cranks up. As we progress into the middle of June. There we go. There we go. There we go. I cued the music too early. All right, 7-day forecast. One more time, guys. Air quality alerts east of San Antonio into the Carolinas and the Northeast. But here in Texas, we are quiet. A few afternoon thunderstorms possible today and tomorrow, but it drops off on Friday, with highs cranking up to near 97 Sunday and Monday. And when you factor in that humidity, the heat index will be near 100 to 106 this Saturday and through parts of probably most of next week, because this pattern, it's going to take a while to break down as we progress into next week. All right, that's it for weather, guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We're halfway there. And keep dry this afternoon. A few thunderstorms will start to form, but otherwise after Friday, we are dry and hot, near 97 Sunday. All right, talking about the smoke layer across the northeastern United States. Just mic check 1 2 1 2. Let's see if it works. Okay, it sounds okay.